I understand a lot of people, they have belief in political system in this country, but they often fell into the same trap which they did many years ago. Remember, there was a political party called COPE. People went there in numbers because they were following one man or two men who were angry at their former organization, which is ANC. 2013, the same thing happened. People ran to EFF thinking, right now we got a solution, we got something that is going to assist us. Fast forward, now is MK. There's Action SA. There is Rise Muzanzi. The people just run there. They are looking for solutions. But if you understand or study the pattern of all these political parties, the new ones especially, they have one thing in common. They are led by the people who failed to lead in their previous organizations. They failed dismally. They rely wholeheartedly on rhetorics and demagogues, politics. They talk too much. But instead of they deliver, there is no delivery. And one thing common, another thing that is common about this bunch of leaders, they are not staying in the townships. They are not affected by load shedding. They are not affected by water shortage. They can afford everything that they want to get. So tell me again, why are we recycling the same thing all over and over again? They promise you land and jobs and whatnot. Where are those things? When you question them, they'll say to you, we are not in government. But they are part of the people who make sure that there is laws in this country. They pass legislations, they participate in committees that make decisions. They make laws that impact on our lives. But they will lie to you just to keep you quiet. They keep us quiet by lying to us. So, you better be careful. You better have a critical thinking towards your political party and what it stood for. None of them are there to improve the lives of the poor. None. If you look at them, look at every these elections. There is this local elections they often go to. Ward elections. They often go there in numbers, campaign, spend money and whatnot. Do they come back to the communities and tell them this is the plan and this is how we plan to achieve that with their councillors? They don't. So what they do, they go to these elections, vote each other, you vote for them, they get to the seat, they get to the position of power. What do they do with that power? Buy cars, stay in suburbs, come back to the township with the same cars to show off. Look at the streets, potholes, lot of rubbish on the road, no development, nothing. But when they convinced you to vote for them, they told us they will bring service delivery to the people. There is no water in townships, no communication until someone within the community or the group of people in the community complains by form of burning tires on the road. No electricity. So you can understand that politicians are only there to do one thing: get voted and enjoy gratifications, nothing else. But I'm not going to talk about things like that because that's not the struggle of black people. Until black people own the means of economy and the land, the social condition of a black person will change drastically. Right now we have a lot of people parading the streets, doing nothing. Lot of them. And you know what they say about the idle mind is the devil's playground. So are we allowing the youth to idle just like that and expect things to be better? I don't think so. So we need a workable program, a decisive leader who will take this country into confidence and will take this country serious and make sure that this country is functioning. Right now, this country is not functioning. We're surviving by the day. We are on a pilot mode. All the politicians does to make deals with international imperialists and local imperialists. They make deals. It's all about deals. And those deals doesn't benefit the masses of this country. They only benefit the few people who make those deals. So what are we doing about it? We need to change that. We need to organize ourselves and then change that narrative, that the politicians are taking advantage of us, are turning us into idiots. So we really need to make sure that we change what is happening. We need change. We don't need speeches and rhetorics or demagogues politics. We need change. And that change cannot come by itself. It means we need to organize ourselves and then make sure that that change happens in our lifetime. Because other than that, we'll sound like them. We'll be talking and talking and talking, no way, and achieve nothing at the end of the day. So all I'm saying is, we are Ramsa, we are here. We are waiting for you to be part of this changing journey. We need to change. Our road is to change the status quo. Our road is to change our political landscape. But that can never happen if the community and the masses are not involved. We need your involvement. We need you to be part of it. As much as you support all these sellout political parties who enjoy the perks in the parliament, you need to start critically think about what is important to you and your generation. Is it the politicians, or is it for you to fix the problems that you see enjoy every day? That is something that we need to, all of us need to sit down and reflect. All right. Doesn't help to wear a t-shirt and then you sound like Yeah, I'm a member of so and so, then I'm doing fine. You are not doing fine. They are doing fine. You are not doing fine. So we need to change that. I'm doing fine while you are doing nothing. You are not doing anything, and you are influencing nothing. You are changing nothing in this political battle we are facing. So let's reflect. Let's think. Let's put things into perspective. Doesn't help to play safe. You're already in poverty, and poverty on its own is dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. If 13.5 million people in South Africa can't get food to eat, what does that tell you? A person must eat every day. So if those people don't get food to eat, what's going to happen? They will be angry, and that anger creates violence. So we don't know how many people are going to join these 13 million people who cannot find bread. We don't know. So as time progresses, we understand that many people will join in because there is no job coming. Nothing. If you're waiting to fix your CV and think about you're going to work, if you are lucky, yes, you're going to get that contract job which will give you a slave salary. The only thing that you're going to get is a check. And before you get the check, you need to fight for it. Become a check dweller, and you have to fight for it with other people. If you win, then you are lucky. If you're unlucky, you won't win. That means back to square one. And that is not our struggle. We don't want people to fight for things like that. We need people to fight for things that gives them dignity. We need to stand up, black people. Cannot be on the same problem every day and then we are afraid to solve it. I'm not saying it's not like you don't want to. You're just afraid to take a leap. You take a first step. Then, well, here is Ramsa is your first step. At least then come to Ramsa, then we can induct you, we can start giving you the program that will empower yourself. Then you can understand why Ramsa is important and why Ramsa needs to be enhanced. Because we are the only progressive movement that will make sure that this country is saved from the hyenas called politicians. So let's make sure that we do not find ourselves wanting. This is our country. If we want our country to be successful or develop or to prosper, you need to start reflecting. You need to start looking at things differently. You need to start critically thinking, because if the critical thinker doesn't apply the mind the way it's supposed to, the result will remain the same. You'll be trying to solve a puzzle and find the same outcomes, and we don't want that. We are stagnant. We need to move away from 1994 stagnation. We were frozen in 1994. So we need to move away from being frozen from 1994. The struggle that doesn't install the land and the economic power to the people, that is a failed struggle. Period. So we just have to put it that way and then understand it like that. It's a failed struggle. Because I don't understand if you're saying you're successful at a democracy, what democracy about if you don't own the land and economy? 79% of the land is still in the hands of your oppressor, the person you said you are fighting with. 95% of economy is in the hands of the same people you said you're fighting with, where is sense there? Were we fighting a losing battle? Clearly looks like that we were fighting a losing battle. We were fighting to be integrated into the system. We were not fighting to be owners of our own assets. We were fighting to be integrated. We wanted to sit next to a white man, drink coffee and wine and dine with the white man. If that is our struggle, then it's a stupid one. Because no nation, no other nation are fighting to be integrated. Every nation is fighting to be for prosperity of their nation. They want to own. They want to make sure that that generation is well built. The foundation is well built for their next generation. So that's why I'm saying we must be careful when we say we are fighting and then we have a democracy. The democracy that doesn't result into ownership of land and economy, that democracy is a fallacy. It's not a democracy. It's a democracy. That means we have a bunch of people who are democracy instead of democracy. Without a land ownership of economy, that is not a victory. We lost. 1994 frozen us and then turn us into zombies. Then we need to move away we need to change that. We need to come back to life. We need to shake up this zombified mentality and start becoming the realist people. We need to tell the truth to each other. We need to focus on the reality of our conditions. Cannot allow politicians to tell us anything about economy of the land, because they failed. We gave them 30 years to bring back the land, to bring back the simple thing, the land, 30% of the land. They failed to bring 30% of the land. But today they will tell you that they are fighting for land. Which land are they fighting? And who are they fighting with? Because GNU is the government of black people still. They just make partnership with white people, organizations. But they're still fighting for land and jobs. Jobs for who's going to implement them, who's going to create those jobs. When 50 million people don't have access to the land. 50 million black people, no access to the land, no access to economy. But they want someone to create job for them. For these 50 million people, who are they? Who's supposed to create that job for the black people who are here? Are we relying again on the imperialists for work? We are relying to them to feed us again. Doesn't make sense at all. Doesn't. So we have two choices. We sit and continue to be enslaved, or we rise up and change the entire system, change the entire status quo. It's our duty as a patriotic citizen to establish and then to debunk the lie which was told all along. We need to stand up, black people. Politicians are the enemy of the people. So if you're still enjoying the chanting and the song that have been circulated around and then singing, marching, they are still living in primitive times. You need to be on time. Move from primitive to modern days. Modern days, we are no longer chanting and marching and writing placards. The modern days. Modern days, we sit and discuss and make a decision. And then we influence the change that we want. So it's up to us. If we like it, to continue with the same route, then let us not, we should stop complaining. But if you want change, the real change, join Ramsa. Then we can be able to implement that change that we want. I think I told you everything that needs to be done. I said mouthful of what needs to be done. Just make sure that our struggle is not in vain. We don't witness another failure going forward. Something that we can do to change it. We have all the capacity and power to do such. The only thing that we need to destroy within us is the little white man inside of every one of us. We need to destroy the fear we have inside of us. We need to be patriotic enough to stand up against the injustices and the thuggery that is going on here in this country. All I'm asking is critical thinking is more powerful than being submissive slaves. Let's wake up and then reclaim our position as a nation. South Africa is rich. It's an insult to have people living in poverty in this country, in the country that is so rich. It's an insult. So if you want to continue with the insult, living the insult life, you're condemning your own generation. Then we don't want to condemn the next generation. We want to give the next generation a foundation so that they can have an opportunity to build from it and prosper from it.